What's good, people? It's your boy John, coming at you from a new setting. Where am I? I'm at my new home in Canterbury. It's a nice place, isn't it? Nice place. And it's raining outside, so that's why I'm not in the forest. But I was earlier. I'm going to upload the video right after I finish this one, and then I'm going to go meditate. But anyway, this is a good topic for some of you. If you go through this, if you don't, I'm sort of rambling right now. But anyway, empathy and intuition. Okay, I was fortunately, and I used to think unfortunately, born with a very sharp intuition. That means I'm able to see things that other people can't see, make connections in patterns that aren't necessarily visible to other people. Sometimes it's very wacky and very out of balance. Sometimes it's very on the point and it solves problems very decisively. Okay, and it sort of feels like it's coming out of this otherworldly place. Okay, it can be very easily described as the INFJ's main function, which is introverted intuition. So that's where it would come from. But there's other types as well who are high in intuition. Now, when coupled with extrovert feeling, which is the people-orientated function, intuition and feeling or extrovert feeling can lead to a greater sense of empathy. Okay, probably more than most people, even the people who have feeling as their first function, extrovert feeling that is. Because yes, they can relate to people, but it's in more of a social communicative way. Intuition and extrovert feeling coupled allows you to connect with people in a much more deeper and profound way, because you really can sense and feel where this person is coming from. You can make those connections again very quickly because you're connected to this universal consciousness, let's say, which is also something that you are very tapped into just by nature. It is a superpower. Okay, it's a superpower. It allows you to see things that other people can't. It makes you a great social communicator, but you're coming at it from a very different place from, say, the extroverted feelers. The extroverted feelers are going to be much more better than you at making connections quickly, sharp. But you are much more narrow, focused in your connective or your connection making, right? My language speaking skills are fucking crap today, but you get the gist, right? So this superpower that you have, okay, it's a cultivation. You need to cultivate it, and you need to use it correctly, because you can have too much empathy and you can have too little. If you're blocked off from your feeling, your extrovert feeling, you're going to feel very little empathy, and it's very easy for you to get stuck in your ego and your self-centeredness, and your empathy is going to be shit. Basically, you won't be able to connect with people very well, and your intuition is going to be off balance, and it's mostly going to be used to thinking or sensing, which is, it doesn't really serve its purpose there, right? You as someone who has intuition and feeling means that you are meant to use your gifts of intuition to help other people. Okay, now I sound like I've got a bit of a messiah complex, and it's probably the case, but it is why you're here. You're here to help people. Okay, let's forget about being a guru or the Buddha or Jesus. Okay, let's just think about helping people, being compassionate with people, and putting your ego aside. Okay, putting your ego aside and just allowing the Tao or God or whatever universal consciousness there is to guide you to where you're supposed to be, because it's guided you this far and it's going to guide you further. Just trust it. Literally use the mantra, I trust, and just allow whatever is to take place. Okay, allow whatever is to just be is. Okay, so cultivating the empathy, okay, usually happens through, this is for people who find themselves blocked when it comes to connecting with other people. You have to practice compassion with yourself and others. Most likely it's going to be the thoughts regarding other people and what they've done to you. You have to forgive those thoughts, and then by default you are going to forgive those people. And of course you have to forgive yourself for even having these thoughts, and for just anything you've done to other people. You have to forgive. There's a meditation for this. It's called loving and forgiveness, or loving and kindness, or something like that, where you practice forgiveness and compassion. Okay, This is how you do it. But you've got to keep it in balance, because you can't have too much empathy, because if you have too much empathy, you will find yourself lost in the world. You will find yourself lost with others. You will find yourself having no boundaries. You will find yourself having no self, no center. Okay, you will just become other people, and this is a perfect ripe ground for being manipulated and being just lost, even manipulated by yourself and your ego. Yeah, so it's good to have things in balance. A lot of mental illnesses and neurosis come from having too much empathy, and of course you can go the other way where you're just too cold and you're too disconnected if you don't have even an ounce of empathy. Okay, so it's good to keep a balance. But this video is mainly directed to people who have too much empathy. You know, your default state is connecting with people. I used to be that way, and I learned that I wasn't doing the right thing in these situations. I was too connected in my extrovert feeling. I thought I was a extroverted feeler, basically. So I felt as if when I come into a situation and I meet new people, I'm just instantly connecting with them, instantly going straight for the connection, and charming and charismatic and all that kind of crap. No, you can be charismatic, but you don't have to be in feeling mode 100 times a day. It comes naturally. It naturally arises out of the intuitive function that you've got. Okay, NI, which is introverted intuition, that's always working. Allow your feeling, your extroverted connection to arise out of that. It really is about letting go of the process and allowing things to just happen and getting used to the isness of things. This is a good meditative practice as well, just getting used to the isness of things and stop having preconceptions of how you're supposed to act in this situation and that situation and what you're supposed to do here and there and all this kind of shit. Don't have those preconceptions, and if you do, let them go. Okay? And the way you let them go is you meditate. You witness these preconceptions. Don't fight them, don't resist them, just witness them. Because when you become aware of whatever preconceptions you have, now it's easier to choose a different way. Whereas if you don't even know you have these preconceptions and you are blindly following them, you are the preconception. You are not conscious, you are unconscious, and you are the feeling and the thinking. Okay, so you've got to be aware. When you do your meditation, go into your meditation with, I'm here to figure out what my ego is. Who is my ego? Who is this entity? Who is this thing? What is this thing, right? You go into it with a bit of an open mind, not an analysis. Okay, don't go into it with an analysis sort of mind like a scientist. You are a scientist, you're doing self-inquiry, but don't analyze, because the analysis is going to be done by your mind. It's going to be done by the very thing that you're trying to witness. So don't go into it with an analysis sort of mindset. Go into it with a mindset of being the awareness. Okay. I've gone off topic. I'm supposed to be talking about empathy, and not being too empathetic, having a balance. Okay. I think that as well can be outsorted with goals. Figuring out what your goals are as a human being. What do you want to accomplish? What makes you happy? What do you want? And meditating on that. Meditation, again, contemplation, call it whatever you want. You witness the preconceptions of what you want, or what the mind wants, or what the ego wants, and you figure out where is the truth. And the truth, of course, will naturally arise. It's not something you have to do. It will arise, it will come, it will be found for you, especially if you've got intuition as your first function. It will come to you, it will naturally arise. Your goal as the awareness is simply to see everything that your ego is trying to make you into. Okay? There you go. That's it, I'm done. All over the place today, but I just had these thoughts in my head, and now they're out. Okay? Take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Alright?